all, welcome back. This is UnkleDestiny, and we're going to do your August bone reading to see what this month holds for everyone. So I want to remind you that these are general readings that apply to everybody. Anything more specific, you want to contact me at the information at the bottom of the screen to set up a more private reading so we can see what the ancestors have to say for you specifically towards you working on your greater destiny. But otherwise, let's go and get the ancestors in and get this thing started. Alright, so as usual, anything that falls off the reading surface, which is this red cloth here, is not part of the reading. So what does this month hold? This month holds a variety of things. Mainly, it's going to be a matter of setting things for the future, which is typical. But this time, it's going to be much more about balancing what you're doing, what your expectations are, especially in the areas of your home and also what your income is. Family is going to be all right. There's going to be matters of structure and opening up relationships there. Also understanding where family can go. So not so much where new living locations, but where your relationship is going. Because as we grow from children to adults, the whole role of what our relationship with our parents and our children change. Go from one being the caregiver to one being independent, and in some cases becoming the independent one becoming the caregiver again. So that's going to be all about developing the structure and stability in that area, but also understanding that with that change, you also have to change how you're doing things, how you're thinking. Always let it come from love, but understand that right now, things are changing. It's going to take an entirely different path, and you need to be flexible to go with it, versus staying rigid and what it's saying. But back to the other areas, back to dealing with home and work. In this case, the work bone is this one here, which, much like what I said with the family situation, you're going to be finding more positives and more positive outcomes. But with these outcomes, you also have to change how you're doing things. You cannot keep doing what you have always been doing. Now is the time to think outside of the box, and especially in how you react and keep things going. The ball's going to start rolling. You don't have to worry about that. But how quickly it rolls and how steeply the ball rolls down the hill is that you're going to be in charge of. And understanding how that's going to flow is important. As for the home card, there's a lot of structural issues coming up there. And one of those aspects with the structural is whether or not your environment needs a facelift. That may mean rearranging the furniture, painting the house, or vice versa. Maybe it's time to consider moving. But your home is going to be of importance in providing your structure, and especially in providing these changes that you're seeing both in the family life and work life. You don't want it. It can be stable, but you don't want it to be stagnant. Which is the potential that if you don't make the changes, which I'm seeing in this massive cluster of supporting bones here, which are in a state that they can't flex. You don't want to be inflexible. Otherwise, if you follow the inflexible path, you're going to find yourself more in a fight or flight situation. You don't want that. Lastly, we've got these bones that are off here to the edge, one of which is the wish bone. So wishes are going to be coming up soon as for what you want for the end of the year. So you want to start thinking about what those are. Do you want to have a happy winter season, or do you want to have a tumultuous winter season? Decide what wishes you want and make that your goal to setting things in motion for that. And that's also going to play into being the flexibility with the other three categories. That flexibility will help make this fall and winter season a much more pleasant one. One where wishes are being fulfilled for the better versus nightmares. As well as there is one here that's a structural bone showing the new supports coming in. So that may be new friends, new love affairs, new family members. But it all is about the structural support. So that's your reading for this month of August. I want you to check back again to see what our reading is going to be for September. Otherwise, feel free to contact me at the information below, either for readings or further consultations, or if you have questions about what we've got here. So, have a good day, and Ben and sisters be with you.